Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Good Thursday afternoon, Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Showers and storms, they'll continue today, but more on a scattered basis. We don't expect big-time widespread coverage today, and rain chances over the next several days will start to go down, but unfortunately, the heat is going to start cranking back up. I'll show you how hot we'll get coming up very shortly. First off, take a live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network this afternoon. Lawrenceburg checking in. 3-mile-an-hour wind right now, no direction being reported. It's probably coming out of the southwest. It's been generally how the winds have been going so far today. Right now, 86 degrees. Dew point is down in the lower 70s, so feeling a little bit muggy out there, and that will continue really over the next several days as well. Temperatures across the board, 86 in Huntsville, 82 in Fayetteville, 84 in Lewisburg, 86 in Pulaski, 86 in Florence, 81 degrees down there in Russellville. Take a look at our live Viper radar network. Not really seeing anything on the map right now except for one shower that's trying to develop just to the west of Parsons and Savannah right now, but everything else is pretty much dry, but we do anticipate some of those pop-up scattered showers and storms to develop later on this afternoon and evening, and those that do develop, they'll likely have some pretty hefty downpours with them. Here's the overall setup that we've got right now. Low pressure system kind of hanging around the Delmarva area right now. Cold front and stationary fronts continue to drape from west to east just north of our area. That will eventually work its way down into our neck of the woods over the next coming days, and behind it, high pressure will settle in, and that's going to bring the heat right back up into the mid-90s going into next week. We don't expect mid-90s today. We expect upper 80s to lower 90s with a 50-50 shot at those showers and storms. Weather Where You Live forecast highs for Lawrenceburg right around 90. The Shoals at 90, 91 degrees over there in Fayetteville. Taking a look across the area, forecast highs today, 92 in Huntsville, 89 in Athens, 89 over there in Rogersville, 90 in Collinwood, 92 in Waynesboro, 92 up there in Columbia. Evening forecast, any of those showers and storms that do manage to develop today should quickly fade away with the loss of daytime heating and temperatures dropping down into the lower 80s by 8 p.m. and into the middle 70s by 10 p.m. with just a very low chance of an isolated shower or storm. Overnight tonight, places should be mostly dry, but we should expect more fog to develop tomorrow morning as temperatures drop down into the upper 60s and lower 70s, right around or at that dew point to get that fog going tomorrow morning. Now, during the day tomorrow, it's going to be warmer than what we're seeing today, and that trend continues over the next several days. We expect low to mid-90s tomorrow, 92 in Fayetteville, 93 in Huntsville, 90 in Athens, 91 in Decatur, 90 in Hartselle and Falkville, 92 over there in the Shoals, and 92 degrees up there in Hohenwald. Take a look at your futurecast over the next several hours. By 2 p.m., I do think there's probably something that develops here. The HRRR model keeps it dry, though, but it does pop things off once you get into the late afternoon and early evening hours. And you see the storms are kind of few and far between, but I do expect just a tad bit more coverage than what is shown on this model guidance. That chance continues into your evening hours, and by the time we get to midnight, overnight tonight, most places, if not everybody, going dry with that fog developing, waking up in the 70s tomorrow morning. Friday afternoon by noon, same situation. I think by this point, we're probably starting to see something that tries to develop, but the model does develop the showers and storms going into your afternoon and evening. I don't think it's going to be as widespread as this is shown. I think it's a little less coverage than what we're dealing with today, definitely from what we've dealt with over the past couple of days. We are done with our widespread showers and storms, at least for the next maybe 7 to 8 days across the area. Going into your Saturday afternoon, should be getting temperatures up into the upper 80s and lower 90s with maybe an outside chance at a shower or storm developing. Here are those rain chances over the next 7 days, dropping down to 30% on Friday, 20% on Saturday. Very, very low chances of those showers and storms Sunday into Monday. And then by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, we do bump those rain chances up just a little bit, but it's still going to be on a very isolated basis. Taking a look at the not the HRRR model, the European model, going into the next several days. Here's that front that will eventually make its way on in here, and behind it, lower rain chances will start going into Saturday and Sunday. Like I just showed you, high pressure will start to filter in across the area, and that will allow things to heat up and keep those rain chances on the very, very low side going into your Sunday. Just a very isolated chance of a pop-up shower or storm. Same situation on your Monday, and that continues into your Tuesday as well. I do think we start to increase the rain chances maybe just a little bit going into your Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Let's check in all the tropics. We still have Tropical Storm Erin out there churning in the central Atlantic. It's getting closer to the Lesser Antilles, which are right over here, and it will continue to generally track off to the west over the next several days. One thing you've noticed from yesterday is there's a lot more showers and storms that are right around the center, so it's starting to get better organized. You're losing some of that wind shear. The dry air is starting to get filtered out, so that should allow for Erin to continue to strengthen over the next several days. Right now, currently, it is a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm, so it continues to strengthen. Should become a hurricane by the time we get into tomorrow morning, and it should be a major hurricane by the time we get into the weekend, and it could be flirting with maybe Category 4 strength as it goes into the beginning of next week. All eyes on this track, of course, are going to be if it stays further to the south, and it could potentially impact parts of the Caribbean here, especially the Bahamas on that kind of western side of the cone. It all depends on how high pressure across the Atlantic, that Bermuda High, and high pressure across the eastern United States, how that all lines up. That will give it a pathway to go between the two of them, and that's why we expect this to curve before it gets close to a potential U.S. impact. Of course, with it being several days away, we'll continue to watch things. The good news is I don't see this impacting us here in the Tennessee Valley or the Gulf Coast right now. If there were to be a impact along the east coast of the United States, that's exactly where it would be. So we'll keep an eye on Erin over the next several days. Here's our 7-day forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Southern Tennessee, isolated showers and storms over the next several days, with temperatures warming up into the middle 90s. Once we get into Monday, northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi, 96 and 97 for Sunday and Monday. Heat index values, especially across northern Alabama, will likely be in that 100 to 106, maybe 107 range, especially with dew points in the upper 60s and lower 70s. So it is going to be that oppressive heat building in once again. Huntsville metro area forecast scattered showers and storms today, with more isolated chances going into the weekend and early next week, and U2 getting up into the middle 90s Sunday and Monday, and probably still flirting with the middle 90s on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another check on your full forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Thursday afternoon.
You're watching